Have you ever pondered how long-term of AI might see, like how it might shape industries, employments, and our everyday lives? From its humble beginnings, AI has been steadily climbing the step of technological headways, changing itself from a simple concept into an integral portion of our day-by-day lives. As we journey through time, we witness the evolution of AI, from basic rule-based systems to complex machine learning models, and presently we discover ourselves on the cusp of an unused time, one checked by the emergence of GPT5. The most recent adaptation of AI stands as a reference point of advancement, illuminating the way towards a future filled with potential and conceivable outcomes. Its transformative power is reshaping industries from healthcare to fun to entertainment and past. It isn't fair, an apparatus but a catalyst for driving us towards a future where AI isn't fair, part of our lives but an expansion of it. As we step into this help-driven time, let's dive into how GPT-5, the most recent version of AI, is revolutionizing industries. Envision a world where AI can diagnose illnesses, propose medicines, and even offer assistance in restorative inquire about. That's not a removed dream any longer. Much obliged to GPT-5. Let's delve into the complexities of how GPT-5 is revolutionizing healthcare. Picture this: an AI that can peruse and understand endless restorative investigate papers in a division of the time it would take a human. Usually the reality with GPT-5 of instrument that's been instrumental in helping therapeutic inquire about by drawing bits of knowledge from tremendous sums of data. It's like having a superhuman researcher energetically working around the clock, filtering through gigantic stacks of data and bringing forward profitable insights that might something else stay buried. Presently, consider the conceivable outcomes in patient care. GPT-5 is being utilized to control sophisticated healthcare chatbots. These bots not, as it were, reply questions, but can also get at persistent side effects, give advice, and indeed identify potential well-being issues. Envision the help and convenience for somebody living in a rural range, miles absent from the closest doctor, being able to get prompt medical exhortation from an AI-fueled chatbot. But it doesn't halt there. GPT-5 is too making a difference well-being care professionals by acting as a choice aid apparatus. It can propose potential diagnosis and medications based on the symptoms and therapeutic history given. This can lead to speedier and more accurate conclusion, eventually progressing patient outcomes. Additionally, the application of GPT-5 in well-being isn't just confined to diagnostics and treatment recommendations. It's too being utilized in therapeutic preparing, advertising, simulated persistent intelligence for budding healthcare experts. This helps them hone and refine them skills. Sometime recently they indeed stepped foot into a real-world restorative circumstance. And remember, all these applications are happening right, no longer in a few distant off future. The integration of AI, particularly GPT-5, into healthcare is already making waves, showing us that the future of pharmaceutical isn't almost modern drugs or surgical methods, but moreover about leveraging the control of AI. Hence, GPT-5 isn't fair helping well-being care professionals, but moreover making strides understanding outcomes and encounters. The fund industry, known for its complex information and processes, have found a capable partner in GPT-5. This progressed dialect demonstrate capable of understanding and creating human-like content is revolutionizing the way budgetary educate work, making them more effective, exact, and personalized. Consider hazard administration, a critical region in fund that includes identifying, evaluating, and prioritizing uncertainties. Customarily, chance managers depended on inactive models and human instinct, regularly driving to exorbitant errors. Enter GPT-5 with its capacity to process tremendous amounts of information and distinguish designs. It's revolutionizing risk evaluation. It can analyze market trends, news articles, and financial markers in genuine time, giving hazard directors with nuanced bits of knowledge that were previously unimaginable. This leads to way better decision-making and a more flexible financial framework. Presently, let's turn to investment procedures within the past. Creating a successful speculation portfolio was associated to understanding a complex puzzle with incalculable factors. GPT-5, however, is changing this. Prepare by analyzing endless sums of budgetary data. It can predict advertised developments and suggest ideal venture methodologies. It can indeed adapt these techniques based on new data, ensuring financial specialists remain one step ahead of the advertise. And after that, there's money-related estimating. This has always been a famously troublesome assignment, with indeed the foremost experienced investigators often getting it off base, but GPT-5 is changing the amusement. It can analyze a multitude of components from financial indicators to geopolitical occasions and generate exact monetary figures. This not as it were progressing the effectiveness of financial arranging, but moreover decreases the risk of startling misfortunes. The effect of GPT-5 on back is significant. It's like having a super shrewdly partner who can filter through mountains of information, spot patterns and offer important experiences all in genuine time. It's making fund more precise, productive and personalized, empowering people and educate to make superior budgetary choices. With GPT-5, the back industry is getting to be more precise, effective and personalized than ever. Sometime recently, amusement has always been almost imagination and innovation. Presently, GPT-5 is including a modern dimension to it. Envision a world where scripts for your favorite movies or television appears are somewhat or indeed wholly compassed by counterfeit intelligence. With GPT-5 we are creeping closer to that reality. This progressed AI model has the capacity to get it context, character improvement and plot intricacies, permitting it to make compelling accounts that match those penned by human journalists. Take for instance the case of a well-known online series that as of late utilized GPT-5 in its script compassing. Prepare the AI was bolstered with the plot lines and character curves of the past seasons and inquired to anticipate what might happen next. The result was of arrangement of grasping storylines that kept watchers on the edge of their seats, demonstrating that GPT-5's storytelling capacities are not to be underestimated. But it's not fair script writing where GPT-5 is making waves. The music industry too is feeling its effect. GPT-5 can analyze the structure, cadence, and tune of existing tunes and utilize this data to make unique compositions. This capability opens a whole modern world of conceivable outcomes for music creation and investigation. Consider a rising band that utilized GPT-5 to assist generate new tunes. They bolstered the AI with their past melodies alongside a brief on the kind of sound they were pointing for. The AI came up with an arrangement of melodies that impeccably typified the band's one-of-a-kind fashion while also pushing the boundaries of their melodic creativity. In addition, within the world of gaming, GPT-5 is being saddled to form dynamic discourse and immersive storylines. It's giving engineers the tools to make diversions that are more engaging and personalized, changing the gaming scene. Within the process, as we can see, GPT-5 is reclassifying the boundaries of inventiveness and development. In the amusement industry, its potential is monstrous, and we're as it were fair beginning to scratch the surface of what it can do. Long haul of amusement with GPT-5 guarantees to be of exciting ride stuffed with shocks, imagination and development at each turn. As we've seen, GPT-5 is as of now making waves in healthcare, fund and amusement. But what does long haul hold? Well, the potential applications and effect of GPT-5 are gigantic and far-reaching. It's not just approximately the industries we've touched on nowadays, but for all intents and purposes each segment is on the cusp of a change driven by this effective AI. Take the field of education for occurrence. GPT-5 may revolutionize how we instruct and learn. Imagine a personalized AI mentor that caters to each student's learning style, pacing and intrigued, making education more open and effective than ever before. Within the domain of law, GPT-5 may assist in parsing complex legitimate documents, making lawful exhortation more affordable and available. It could indeed help in drafting contracts or foreseeing legal results, amplifying the proficiency of law firms and court frameworks alike. In the world of diaryism, the AI may be used to type in articles, analyze information, and even recognize fake news. It may offer a new way for news organizations to scale their operations, guaranteeing that the truth is always at the bleeding edge. Indeed, in regions like climate science, GPT-5 seen play a crucial part by analyzing endless sums of information. It might offer assistance. Researchers show climate alter scenarios, anticipate environmental impacts, and direct our efforts to combat climate alter. The possibilities are, for all intents and purposes, endless, from designing shrewd cities to helping in space investigation, from anticipating economic patterns to making craftsmanship. GPT-5 stands at the wilderness of an unused era. An era was AI not, as it were, expanding human capabilities, but moreover opens doors to possibilities we've, however, to conceive. What's more, as GPT-5 proceeds to memorize and advance its capabilities, will, as it was, grow, possibly driving us to unforeseen progressions and disclosures. It's an energizing, though challenging, horizon that lies ahead as we venture into this AI-driven future. It's clear that GPT-5 is balanced to play a pivotal role in forming our world. We've traveled a long way nowadays exploring the transformative control of GPT-5 in different industries. Let's take a minute to reflect on our travel. We've seen how GPT-5 is revolutionizing well-being care, from helping in malady conclusion to creating personalized treatment plans. In the world of finance, it's not close to crunching numbers any longer. GPT-5 is predicting showcase patterns and streamlining monetary operations. And who can disregard the effect on entertainment? It's making storylines, generating music, and indeed scripting movies with each application. GPT-5 are proving that counterfeit insights is not an insignificant instrument, but of accomplice in progress. It's almost cooperative energy, not substitution. The transformative control of GPT-5 isn't kept to these three industries. It's merely a top into the future that awaits us, the longer term of AI. And GPT-5 is not around technology, but around how it can alter our lives in the world for the better.